Happening now, a 17-year-old is charged in Tuesday's stabbing on Peck Settlement Road. Jamestown Public Schools Superintendent Brett Apthorpe is addressing bitter cold temperatures in the school's weather policy.
And I'm Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. Well, we got a little bit of a warm-up today before the temperatures drop back into the single digits for later in the week, but a big warm-up comes our way for next week. We'll talk about it next.
Bills head coach Sean McDermott giving an update in Orchard Park this morning as the Bills get ready for playoff football against the Jags, and we have a recap on the Cavaliers game last night. What a game that was. That coming up in sports next.
That's News Now for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2018.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thank you for joining us. Happy Wednesday. I'm Justin Gould. Our top story, a 17-year-old Jamestown boy is facing several charges after allegedly stabbing two people in Kyantone on Monday. New York State Police say Justice McBride became involved in an altercation prior to the stabbing. One of the persons stabbed is reportedly in stable condition at Hammett Hospital. The other victim was treated and released. McBride is charged with first and second degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. The attorney for a man accused of shooting his wife says he's filed an appeal on behalf of his client, Keith Reed. Chautauqua County Public Defender Ned Barone said the appeal has nothing to do with the actual conviction. Reed was sentenced to a term of 25 years to life after pleading guilty to manslaughter back in October. The appeal was filed in a Rochester appellate court sometime before Christmas. The New York State Thruway in Buffalo is back open after a massive pileup yesterday. State police tell us the highway was closed for around 8 hours while the accident reconstruction team investigated. One person died in the accident. He's been identified as 64-year-old Edward Torres of Elba. And now we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with a first look at our forecast. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, good Wednesday, everybody. We're halfway through the week, although it doesn't feel like it. Because, we had, obviously, New Year's Day on Monday, and I'm sure a lot of people had Monday off from work, so it feels more like a Tuesday. But happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's break down today's forecast for you so you can plan your day accordingly. So pretty much for today, a few high clouds in the air. Otherwise, we'll see some nice sunshine. Clouds will increase in the afternoon hours, though, and it will still be cold, but warmer than it has been. 12 degrees in the valleys to 19 at the lakeshore areas. So obviously the lakeshore areas warmer than the valleys, obviously. And the wind chills will still range between 6 to 13 below zero because we'll have a pretty healthy southwest wind of 9 to 14. So that will lower the wind chill factors. And we actually do have a wind chill watch that goes in effect tomorrow, lasting all the way until Saturday for the potential for some wind chills about 25 below zero, especially tomorrow and going into Friday. We'll break down all of that along with that quick solution 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you, Justin.
All right, Dakota, thank you. With that frigid cold this week, Jamestown Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Brett Apthorpe is answering questions about the school closure due to winter weather. Apthorpe said it can often be a tough decision in questionable weather, especially when concerning child safety.
Minus 25 sounds very cold. Actually, anything below zero sounds cold to me. But parents always have the right to, if they don't feel it's safe for their kids to come to school under any conditions, it's certainly the parents' right to keep their kids home.
The super expressed this in a Facebook video where he outlined the district's procedure for determining when to close school. Apthorpe says the district's decision to close school is based on data sent out by the National Weather Service. Coming up next, Chautauqua County Legislator P.J. Wendo is elected chair of the county legislature. And later on, you have a chance to strike it rich. We'll tell you about that when we return.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
The Main Landing Restaurant, Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the main landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The main landing restaurant, excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Welcome back to News Now. Chautauqua County Legislator P.J. Wendell was unanimously elected the next legislature chairperson on Tuesday during the body's annual reorganizational meeting. Wendell, who succeeded fellow Republican David Hemmeline.
The ability for those of us that are here to do the business of Chautauqua County to do it in a manner that doesn't reflect politics, doesn't reflect individual ambitions or party agendas. We move forward for the people of Chautauqua County and do it in the right way. I'm excited now to our new county executive, Mr. Borello. I appreciate, again, I want to thank Mr. Himmeline, our previous chairman, and those who came before me. Like I've told people before, it's like captaining a ship. You know, I'm here as the chairman, and the ship is Chautauqua County government, and there's been many before me, and there'll be many after me.
County Democrats re-elected Chuck Nazaro as minority leader of the legislature. Surrogate Court Judge Stephen Cass conducted the swearing-in ceremony for all 16 legislators who attended that meeting. Governor Andrew Cuomo wants to eliminate cash bail for many crimes in an effort to speed up the disclosure of evidence in trials. This according to a report this morning in the New York Times. Simply put, what Cuomo is proposing, according to this newspaper report, would eliminate cash bail for people facing misdemeanor and nonviolent felonies. Instead, defendants would just be released. We expect Cuomo to make this announcement official later today in his State of the State address, which you can watch live right here on WNY News Now. The owner of the Buffalo Bills is speaking out about his team's late-season push for a playoff spot. Terry Pegula says he didn't mind struggling for a bit while his team got its act together.
I don't use the word struggle. It's, again, we just keep working at it, and obviously the Bills have achieved something they haven't done in a while, and hopefully get a win next week, and that's what it's all about. Keep winning.
Now, Ryan will have more coming up in sports.
Now, your First Defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Now, here is the time where you would normally hear me make some smart remark, but I won't for the sake of keeping myself out of trouble, especially with that, me being a Patriots fan. With that, let's go into weather. You are looking at the Presque Isle Beach Sky Vision camera. That's in Erie, and that's a nice picture of the lake water and some of the snow that accumulated there. And the dew, and they have a low dew point number of only 8 with a temperature of 18. And speaking about the lake, Lake Erie right now is 40% ice covered, and we expect Lake Erie to have 80% ice on it by the end of the weekend. So, as I tell you, you know what that means. When the lake freezes, bye-bye lake effect. So we'll keep our eyes on that. We'll keep you updated on that. On to Links 1, and we'll take a look at the weather headlines that we are watching for today, and especially throughout this week. So for today, not as cold. it will still be frigid, but not as frigid as it has been. So there's some good news. And but snow comes back tonight, especially lasting throughout the remainder of the week. So you got to keep an eye on that. But we go right back into the cryogenic freezer for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures way down into the single digits and possibly some high temperatures in the negative numbers. So it's really going to be frigid once again. But the turnaround comes our way toward the second half of the weekend, going into next week when way big, and I mean big warm-up comes our way, and that's going to shoot temperatures right back to where they should be. So we're going to be out of this stuff for at least a while. I'm not promising for the rest of the winter, but at least just for a little while. The Metrocast for today will be around 15 degrees at 2 o'clock and some nice sunshine in Jamestown today. So you can get out there and enjoy that. But the sunshine really won't help too much. It'll still be way below average. Average high this time of the year is 31, and you can see that we're going to be quite below that today, but not as bad as it has been. Going into 6 o'clock, the snow comes our way, and so we have some more snow showers coming back into the picture once again. And then as we go here to 10 o'clock tonight, as we all, kind of snuggle up watching late TV or maybe getting ready to go to bed. The snow will continue, but the winds will come down. We have a pretty healthy breeze today out of the southwest that is creating some wind chill indices, not indexes, that's not a word, it's indices. And so you can see that the winds will come down tonight, so that will definitely help out a lot, so we won't have a very bad wind chill to go along with it. Next 7 days of your life, and here we go. So pretty much 18 to 7, 7 to 12 for Thursday. Take a look at this on Friday. 0 as a high temperature. This 0 may be a little bit conservative. Some spots may not even make it out of the negative digits for Friday. And a wind chill watch goes in effect tomorrow at 10 p.m. and it runs until 6 a.m. Saturday for the potential for wind chills about 15 to 20 below 0. So that is going to be quite frigid. And as you take a look at the rest of the Quick Solution 7-day forecast, you can see that the snow comes back for the remainder of the week going into early next week, but the turnaround with warmer temperatures coming our way. Ryan will have sports right after the break, so stay with us.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com. Like great food, great news needs experts. Become a community reporter when you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about. Drop us a line on Facebook today. Speaking of great food, Jeremy's Bellevue offers pasta, classic burgers, seafood, and of course, wings. Visit Jeremy's Bellevue on Facebook.
The team that puts coverage first. We have some breaking news. Police confirming now that Steve Stevens was found dead in Erie, Pennsylvania.
His house is on fire and it's dangerously close to the Appleyard Terrace.
Fire crews battling another blaze.
It needs to be treated as the terrorist act that it is.
He got the ball, he just went to the hoop and he shot it.
And as for the star of the show, Tucker Pierce.
I feel good. Proceeds from the Battle of the Classes going to the Alex Folk Foundation.
50 years of service and dedication to anything is very impressive. Put your lives on the line for your neighbors.
It's just something that I think people should do. You have to give back to the community.
WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
From the Phone Zone Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending this afternoon. The Buffalo Bills getting ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC wildcard game Sunday. Meanwhile, Sean McDermott giving an update to the media, says his team is ready to go. He just hopes a good week of practice will get the job done.
I don't see them changing that in terms of their DNA and what drives them on a weekly basis. We're going to do us, and that's been good enough this season. most of the year. And so, as I reiterated to them this morning, once the ball's kicked off, it's a game, and we got to get back into our routine and block out as much noise as possible.
Is Jordan Mills okay?
The Bills are 7-point underdogs. Kickoff scheduled for 1 o'clock in Jacksonville. By the way, as a side note, Jacksonville tweeted out last night that they're closing everything down due to inclement weather. The Bills responded by saying, "Winter's here," with a couple of winky face emojis. The University of Arizona has fired their head football coach, Rich Rodriguez, due to a lot of factors, but they said the main problem was the climate of the football program. The Penguins melted the ice in Philadelphia. Let me take you to the third period. The Penguins up 4-1. They add insult to injury with one more goal. Kessel fires wide of the net, but Olesiak scores off the rebound, making it 5-1 Penguins. Phil Kessel and Ryan Reeves both had a goal apiece. Brian Elliott, 10 saves, and the Penguins win another one. Right to the NBA we go, where Isaiah Thomas was back in uniform, in a Cavs uniform. Got a tremendous ovation before the game, and the Cavs won the game, beating Portland 127-110. College basketball note, St. Bonaventure in Dayton tonight to take on the Flyers. Tip time, 7 o'clock in Ohio. From the Phones on Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick. It all unfolds here.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now. Like great food, great news needs experts. Become a community reporter when you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about. Drop us a line on Facebook today. Speaking of great food, Jeremy's Bellevue offers pasta, classic burgers, seafood, and of course, wings. Visit Jeremy's Bellevue on Facebook. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I have good news for you, Dakota.
Oh boy.
You have another chance to strike it rich. No one matched all 6 numbers in Tuesday night's Mega Millions drawing, and that means that the jackpot has gone up from $361 million to an estimated $418 million. There were some smaller prizes dished out, though. 2 tickets sold, and they matched all 5 numbers. If you want to double check those numbers, they're on your screen here. They are 1, 42, 47, 64, 70, and the Mega Ball jackpot is number 22. I'm Yolanda Vega. Thanks for joining us. They say the next drawing is on Friday, and if you can't wait till then, you can try your luck at the Powerball jackpot, which is an estimated $440 million, or a little bit later on this week. So, interesting. Very interesting, I think. I don't know if there's a difference between like 700 million or 44 million. Or I'll just take 1 million. Thank you very much.
In the end, after you get done paying taxes, you're going to end up with $44 million anyway. If you're lucky.
Right. So if you can win,
gosh darn IRS.
Right. I'd take just the 1 mil. I'd be fine with. I'd be
it's
fine
just
with
a
half
lousy
a mil. Are you kidding me?
Actually, come to think of it, because you see, Justin always has his phone out every single day. I think we should try to get Apple to try to sponsor us We'd only charge them $1 million a year.
Well, you can't tell that this is an iPhone.
It's a lousy mill. They burn that in their fireplace at night. It's just a lousy
They probably
mill.
do to keep warm.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of like our set and props and all that, we have this new table down here. I don't know if you've noticed. The new set changes very different.
We had our set builders come in yesterday and tear the studio apart.
All they did is just rotate the table. But I have this new desk down here that you can't see. But there's I have my sweat rags, a piece of tape. So
you see, this is the piece of tape.
This water bottle, but you can see the top of it. Where the heck am I? It needs to be lower.
Yeah. Well, this piece of tape. This piece of tape. If you ever watch the game show Super Password, you'll know that the host, who was the legendary Bert Convey, was very inept of blowing puzzles because he thinks out loud. So this tape is for me in case if someday you don't like the forecast, we could just do it.
Well, speaking of the forecast, tell us about it.
Yeah, let's take a look
wait.
at
Here, you just gotta.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right,
okay.
Go.
So taking a look at the Quick Solutions Extended Forecast one side at a time.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's get a little bit serious. Okay. For today.
I can't believe you did that.
Well,
I was going to try to put it on his mouth during the weather, but he did it himself. So
anyway.
Oh my God.
Getting into weather, 18 degrees for today. We'll see some nice sunshine for today as well. We'll dip down to 7 tonight. And then for Thursday, snow showers come back and the temperatures kind of decrease once again. And take a look at that high on Friday of Seto. That is an average high, so keep in mind, probably the valleys are not going to get out of the negative digits all day. And this will be the first time in a couple of years we have had a low temperature at 0 or below a high temperature. First time in a couple of years that has happened. And but the turnaround comes our way for the end of the weekend, going into early next week when the temperatures rebound. Average high is 31, and we're going to be above it to right around it for early next week. And remember, a wind chill watch goes in effect at 10 o'clock tomorrow night and lasts through 6 p.m. on Saturday for the potential for wind chill values about 25 below 0.
Thank goodness. Friday's gonna suck.
Oh yeah,
just plainly because that 0.
There's no other
is
words to
gonna
describe
feel,
it's just gonna suck.
Oh, it's just gonna. Dakota, thank you, sir.
Well, you're welcome.
And thank you for.
If you can at least thank this.
I can't believe he put that tape over his mouth. Like that's gonna forever haunt us. Like when you next December at this time, this is gonna be the blooper. I can't even do it. That's going to do it for us today.
See you tomorrow.
Be sure to see us tomorrow. Head to WNYNewsNow.com. Coming up at roughly around 1 o'clock, they're telling me to tell you about this. Governor Andrew Cuomo, State of the State. We'll have that live for you right here so you can watch. Roughly 1 o'clock because we all know how politicians are. They're on their own time.
1:30, 2 o'clock, whatever the heck they get around to.
We'll be live when he's live, so be sure to tune in for that, and we'll see you tomorrow. I gotta find more tape. Oh my goodness.